Yeah, so my camera is not on board so much. I'm just gonna treat this episode as a small ceremony. I'm gonna open sacred space and I'm gonna invite my camera and my microphone and the machine people to join me in this episode because I just feel like I have maybe not spent as much time honoring my machines lately. Or there's just like a glitch or something in the computer. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, um, find your east and we will start there. And hopefully the camera is with us. Please, camera. Okay. Do I have the right setting on here? Yes, I do. I have the right setting on the mic. Okay. Hmm. Well, my mind is kind of blank because I want to do it in English, but I'm so used to doing it in Swedish. But I'm gonna try. So I'm translating what I'm usually saying in Swedish, right? Hmm. We welcome the winds. Well, wait, I have to think this through. Okay. And my camera is. Come on, baby, come on. Let me see if there's some kind of setting here. Use. If I do like this, what happens? No. Okay, that's not a good idea. It's the best I can do. Okay. Because yesterday the camera shut off like 8 times in 20 minutes. So I'm hoping that won't happen today. My mind is blank. I have to do this in Swedish, I think. Vi hälsar öster, vinden, våren och gryningen. We welcome east, the wind, the spring and the dawn. Vi hälsar alla från öster slå med oss i denna cirkel. Hmm. Vi hälsar vindarna i öster. Vi hälsar alla som vill ha med oss i denna cirkel. Välkomna. Aho. We welcome everyone who wants to join us in this circle today that comes from the east. Aho. Okay, so a bit of double language there. And apparently camera failure between each of the 6 directions. We'll see. Vi hälsar söder, sommaren, hettan och elden. We welcome the south, the summer, the heat and the fire. Vi välkomnar alla från söder slå med oss i denna cirkel. We welcome everyone from south that wants to join us in this circle. Aho. Vi hälsar väster, vattnet, hösten och skymningen. We welcome the west, the water, autumn and dusk. Is that the right words, I think? Vi hälsar alla som vill ha med oss från väster i denna cirkel. We welcome everyone from the west that wants to join us in this circle tonight. Aho. Vi hälsar norr, de djupa skogarna och tjocka isen. We welcome north, the great forests and the thick ice. Vi hälsar kraftdjur och skyddssandar välkomna till denna cirkel. We welcome our power animals and protective spirits to join us in this circle tonight. Vi hälsar alla från norr som är med oss i denna cirkel, den afton. We welcome everyone from the north that wants to join us in this circle this evening. Aho. Moder Jord, håll oss i din trygga famn. Jorda oss, håll oss, så länge denna cirkel är öppen. The Earth Mother, we welcome you to this circle, to hold us in your great embrace, to ground us, and to hold us as long as this circle stays open. Aho. Fader himmel, universum och det stora mysteriet, kom och håll en vakande hand över oss. Oh, this is a tough one. Father Sky, the universe and the great mystery, come and hold your protective hand above us as long as this circle stays open. Jag står här i mitten av världen i min egen kraft, min egen magi och min egen medicin som blir starkare för varje dag. I stand here in the middle of the circle, in the middle of the world, in my own power, my own medicine and my own magic that grows stronger for each day. Jag står här som Koala mossmåne och välkomnar alla som vill ha med oss i denna cirkel. I stand here as Koala mossmåne, welcoming everyone who wants to join me in this circle this evening. Vi hälsar växter, stenar och maskiner välkomna till denna cirkel. Arbeta med oss, var med oss och hjälp mig förmedla det jag vill förmedla. We welcome the plants, the stones and the machine people to this circle today. Help me to convey whatever messages I want to convey in this video and help me keep the circle open through time and space. Aho. There, okay. Wish us luck. No, it's all right. We're here now. Yep, we're here. Yep. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little something because you know me. I have a topic. I talk about it, and then today I just feel a bit wonky. It's wonky in our apartment overall because of the. If you don't know, we have a water leak, or we had. It's been fixed, but they have stripped a wall, the kitchen, and the floor in this room. So we only have like a piece of floor to sit on. So we have the couch, we have a chair where the all the equipment is on the chair right now, and that's kind of it. Everywhere else is like stripped floor to the bone, to the concrete. So it's a bit wonky. The energies are wonky in here because we're waiting for everything to dry. There is no fans, um, like heaters, like heater fans. We only have like a heating mat on the concrete to dry it out. So I'm gonna blow some intention of just clearing the space into this stick. And I'm also gonna, where is my, I don't have juniper today. I don't know, it's not here, but I do have some tuya, which is a relative to cedar. So I'm gonna light some cedar actually. I'm gonna light some cedar. Or it's tuya, but you know, I don't know the English word for that. And yes, I use matches. I try to use those the other thingies you can use, but like the liquid in them always seem to run out, and I like sticks more. I don't know, it feels more eco-friendly, but it's probably not. I like matches, but yeah. Okay. Water, wind, fire, air, earth. Help me to clear this space. I do have a visitor, right? We have a visitor. We have an ancestor, foremother with us. Um, she's been here for a couple of days. She's been trying to help me, but you know how it is with spirits. She's doing her best. Anyway, so I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Skadi, or as we say in Sweden, Skade. Skadi, Skadi, Skadi. I don't know the English pronunciation for it, but yeah. So I'm having a good hair day. Can you tell? I'm happy about it. See, the energies are wonky. I have to blow some stuff out. Let that burn out. Hmm. Drink some water. Wonderful. Hmm. Okay, so the winter solstice is coming up. The 21st of December, so this month. And in case anyone's watching, not familiar with with the goddess Skadi and the winter solstice and her connection to the winter, I wanted to make this video like a couple of weeks before, or like yeah, 2 weeks before the winter solstice, in case anyone feels like they want to invite her into their circle. So I'm actually hosting a ceremony on the 21st, but it's in Swedish. So it's actually the last of the wheel of the year. So we started I've had like a series of ceremonies called the Nordic Wheel of the Year, but in Swedish, the Nordiska årshjulet. So we started with the winter solstice last year, and we have done all of the celebrations up to this point, and the last one is that we celebrate the winter solstice together again as a close as a closing ceremony for this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I love working with Skadi because it's like inviting clarity. So, okay, so Skadi is a hunter goddess, kind of type of goddess, and her energy is very much, she's independent, she's self-sufficient, she she takes no bullshit, she um um she's a strong, independent goddess, and that's the kind of energy that she conveys. But it's also she comes with the ice and the snow, and with I don't know what device is happening. I have to pause. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's like it's like the air in this apartment with this leak. It's I don't know. Oh, that's why the relative humidity in here, I think that's the term in English, is only 23%. So my throat usually like cuts out at 30, and this is 23. It needs to be that for the floor to dry out, but I don't like it, and my throat doesn't like it either. So, where was I? Yeah, so inviting Skadi to work with her is also not just inviting this power of like the it's one version of the sacred feminine in the strong independent type of energy, but it's also connecting with the element of ice and the snow being a part of that element. So we are working with we are working with clarity. Think like snow crystals, like these beautiful symbols of clarity that's the clarity we work with. And if you can see like a pillar of ice going as a pillar of light from the top of your head to your root or like into the ground. That's the kind of clarity and the centeredness that we're working with when we work with Skadi. She's like there's no bull crap. And she's like any other Nordic entity or god and goddess, like right on the money, straight to the point. She doesn't f around, you know. So that's kind of the energy with all of the gods and goddesses of the Nordic. But her inviting her is really inviting clarity and inviting like a slow process of coming into clarity and making use of that clarity. So no, not just experiencing the clarity, but also putting it to use and letting it fester and manifest throughout the winter. So inviting Skadi is inviting solace and peace and stillness, and to invite trust, for you to trust that things are happening below the surface of the ice, even though you can't see it. So the ice in the Nordic, the energy of the ice is both the clear crystals of the snow crystals and ice crystals, and like the pillars, the ice pillars, that is formed mostly when it's like thawing and then uh, getting cold again, and then thawing and getting cold again. But it's also this enormous, it's like, glacier. No, you don't. But anyway, I mean, you might not be familiar with like the power of a glacier because it just sits there still, you know? But beneath the surface, things are thickening. It's becoming more clear as the ice thickens, and it's also moving. It's always moving towards the edge. It's always moving towards the future. It's always moving towards your goals and your intentions that you've set. So what we do in what I do with during the winter solstice, not the summer solstice. If I have said that so far, it's been wrong. Winter solstice. So what I do and what I invite my participants on this journey to do is to, and in this ceremony that we're going to have and that we had last year, is to step into sacred space. We invite Skadi and we might go on a journey with her, or invite her in, because there's two ways to get to know each of the entities and goddesses and gods, even that belongs in different spaces of the continuum, I was gonna say, but like the cosmos. So Skadi is, to me, her home in the Nordic map of cosmos is Niflheim, which is the land of ice, and it's also the land where our fears, it's the realm where our fears and our phobias and everything that we don't think that we can have and all of that stuff lives, and the ice giants. So she is a giant, and there's more ice giants there, and it's a powerful place, but it's a part of the underworlds, so it's a part of the lower worlds in the Nordic uh, cosmic map. So it's how do you say this? I'm just gonna think where I was going with this speech of mine. Oh yeah, so we we invite her into the circle, depending on if the participants are well versed in shamanic practice or not. We either invite the goddess into our sacred space and to join us in the middle world here where we are through meditation. And if they are not well versed, if they are well versed in the shamanic practice and have done some journeying before and that sort of thing, we do a journey to that place, to her, and meet her on her turf, so to speak. And then we also have a bowl of water, and we encapsulate our desires, our intentions for the coming year, and maybe seeds into this bowl of water that we freeze. We put it in the freezer or outside. So what I usually do is I put it in the freezer, and then after the middle of January, because in the middle of January is the peak of cold here in Sweden, so it's like somewhere around the 12th to the 14th of January is where it's as cold as it gets, according to like climate scientists and that sort of thing. So around the middle of January, end of January, that's the earliest I put my eyes out into the nature, and then I let nature take its course. So I have like a period from the 21st of December to approximately around the 14th or 21st of January, when my intentions are frozen within this body of ice that I create. And then after that I set it out into nature and let it go with nature, go with the flow. So it might thaw early in the year, and it might freeze again, and it might be a slow process that gets like goes like this, or it can be that it's snowy and icy and cold all the way to March, and then when the ice breaks on like the Baltic Sea and the lakes and that sort of thing, that's when my block of ice also thaws. So and it's interesting to just give yourself to that process, and give your intentions to that process and really follow the wheel of the year. And then so we write everything down, um and you can make like big plans, like intricate plans. You can write them down and be like, uh you can formulate your intentions really detailed, and really like, this is what I want to do. Or you can just choose a keyword. So last year I just chose keywords, and look where that got me. To this. No. So last year I chose a bunch of keywords that I put on. So it's like we write them on a piece of paper, and then we put a body of water on top of that, and so that the water is charged with those intentions all the way through. So you can either do that, or you can put notes and stuff inside the water, but I want you to think about the fact that you need to put it outside afterwards. So it has to be biodegradable, you know. And if that's not it, you can write down the intentions on the paper and then say them out loud and put seeds in the water for each intention that you have, that you want to grow during the year, and then that you want to harvest in the next fall or whatever. And so I have gone like through time, over time, I have gone from really detailed sentences that formulate my intentions to just keywords. Okay, so what areas of my life do I want to work with this year? What do I want to give my energy and my commitment to, and what I want to welcome into my life? And do I want it to be like because what I like to do is I want to invite it, and then I want to just jump on the opportunities that come, and I want to be able to not sort among them, but I want to invite everything, and then I want to be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna put my intentions, my energy towards, during this year. So I chose keywords, and I have them written down on. I hope I have, because I written them down on a piece of paper that I actually framed. But I'm just thinking now if that frame is inside a box somewhere. Is it inside a box somewhere? I hope it's not inside a box somewhere. So I have to clear my throat again. Mm. Okay, so I think I'm back, or my voice is back. So yeah, I don't know where I put it. I think I put it in the bedroom. I usually have it like up, not on a wall, but in on a bookshelf. So I frame it, and then I have it like up all year with my year rune in the middle as the inspiration and as a reminder of what parts of my life I wanna put my energy to. So it helps me prioritize during the year. So like it reminds me of this is what I committed to myself. So there needs to be a balance between sending your intentions out into the universe and for the universe to provide. So that's one end of the spectrum of the balance, the balanced. And then the other end is your energy and your commitment to it. So I don't just throw them out into the air and say, see ya later. I write them down. I have them as a list of priorities almost framed during the year. And I do this every year. So yeah, and Skadi helps with, in the beginning of the year, she helps with like really letting it sink in and give you clarity, and also rest. You need to rest and gather your energy. And the interesting thing is that the rune of ice, is or insus, has the number attached to it, 10. That's the number attached to that rune. And if you use like numerological number magic, we're just gonna go with that number magic within the Nordic, within runes, with the rune system, we use number magic. And so we just count down. So 10 becomes 1, and the first rune of the Uthark is Ur, which is gathering energy, gathering power for something that is to come. So Skadi has this energy, her rune has this energy within it. It's a part of it. So it's like both this amazing harnessing of power and this stillness and clarity and centeredness that it gives. So, and that's like the gift of this energy of ice and the energy from Skadi, from that I work with from the winter solstice and then onwards. So for 3 to 4 weeks, I have the ice in the freezer, then I put it out, and then I work with her for another couple of weeks until the beginning of February, when I, like for the Nordic Wheel of the Year, then enter a new stage with the goddess Saga, which is the storytelling goddess, and how to weave everything into being, and we go into the web of life, um, into web, the weaved web, and not with the norns that weaves the web, but to just see where the opportunities lie, and what can Saga, the storytelling goddess, tell us about our opportunities and our adventures and stuff throughout the year. Um, it's been as I'm saying this, I'm looking back at my last ceremony with Saga in our circle, and I'm just blown away of the things I remember from that ceremony that has happened throughout the year. A lot of collaborations and things that I never thought would have happened, obviously. But it was both told to me and showed to me and shown to me and uh, foretold in some aspects that I was like, the hell does this mean? So anyway, it's interesting to look back. So, and that's the other aspect of the winter solstice, is looking back over the year. What was our intentions to last winter solstice? Um how did we put energy and resources into those intentions during the spring? And how did we um commit to them? And there's no good word for the Swedish fullborda, I think. Like in the summer, we do something like we prioritize what we really want to work on, and some of it has already been it's ready for harvest. Or is ready to we're ready to say goodbye to it. Maybe we put some intentions out there, and we realize that, oh, this is actually something that needs to end. And that's what happens around the summer solstice. What needs to end and fall away, and what do we actually put our money where our mouth is, kind of situation. What do we really go for the rest of the year? So with the winter solstice, we look back on all of this and see what has happened, and what I will look back on whenever I can find that frame. I will look back on like my keywords that I set out, that I wrote down, and see, okay, how have how have these come into fruition? How have this English is hard today. But thank you, camera, for being with me this long. Thank you, camera. We're not done yet. I'm just thanking you. So, mm, yeah, I'm gonna look back on everything that's where we start, like with the ceremony. We start by looking back, and also giving thanks for the year that has been, and we have everything we've gone through, and that we might still be going through, because some things that we put out into the universe are not only a year long endeavors. It can be 2 years or 5 years or even longer. So what are we still going through? What is happening? What do we need to maybe correct in our intentions for next year? And then so that's where we start. We start with looking back and thinking about what has been, and we give thanks, and then we invite Skadi into the circle, and we meet her within ourselves and outside of ourselves, and then we make a new, I call it a mind map, um, or a vision board, whatever, however big you want to make it. So for the coming year, we draw runes, and especially one rune, the year rune, the rune that's gonna set the intention for the entire year. Mine this year was Ken, or Kenas, the year of fire. For me, it was the year of fire, and yeah, it's been a year of working with giving energy to my inner flame, um, which also symbolizes my inner ego, my inner self. So, or as my good friend Harmony would put it, my inner landscape. I've done a lot of dwelling, and not dwelling as in a good thing, into my inner landscape and exploring. Yeah, that's the word, exploring. I've been doing a lot of exploring in my inner landscape, and that was actually connected to one of the keywords on my map of the year, um, which was, I don't know the word in English, so I'm just gonna skip it anyway. So that's kind of how we work with it, and it's hard to describe a goddess, any goddess, in a good way because the relationship is so personal. You know, it's something that you explore in journeys and meditations and working with the goddess and having her by your side, letting her walk you through the things you're going through, and that sort of thing. And that's what I've been inviting my fellow whoever wanted to join me for this year. And I have plans in the future to do something like that in English. And before I end this video, I just want to say that I would love to know how you celebrate the winter solstice, if it's uh, if it's in any sort of pagan or heathen way, if it's at all with Skadi or ice or snow or anything like that, or if it's more, well, something completely different, because I think my way differs from a lot of people's, how I celebrate um that ceremony. So I want to know that. And then I also want to say that right now I am not able to get into my English Instagram, Dreamers One, because I got a new phone. I only have my Instagram on my phone, and when I logged on to Instagram, I could only reach my Swedish account. I have two other accounts, okay? The English one, and then I have another Swedish one for something else. So I could only reach the Swedish Koala in, okay? So the Dreamers one, which is my English version of it, I couldn't reach. So I'm gonna be more. This is gonna be kind of where you can find me, but also via my webpage. So in the description box, you can find my webpage, and I'm gonna be better at updating that. Um, and maybe do some blogging on that page to, you know, um, complete what I'm doing here. You know, to really is complete the right word? It doesn't feel like the right word. So I might put the stuff that I would normally put on Instagram on my webpage instead. So you can find updates. I will be updating my page much more frequently from now on, like through December and January and onwards. Hopefully. And you can always reach me in the comments below. I always check YouTube frequently. So, and by that I mean daily, unless it's like, no, maybe even on the winter solstice. I'm trying to think. Maybe on the weekends I'm a bit slow. But yeah, so that's where you can find me right now. So we're gonna end this video by closing the circle and thanking the machine people and everyone else that has been with us today. I'm really happy that my camera, I feel like I want to name my camera so we can work more closely together. I don't know. Anyway, so when we close the circle in the Nordic way, we start in the north and then go counterclockwise. Vi tackar norr, de djupa skogarna och tjocka isen. Thank you to the north, the deep forests and the thick ice. Vi tackar kraftdjur och skyddsandar som varit med oss i denna cirkel. Thank you power animals and protective spirits that has been with us in this circle this evening. Vi tackar alla oss från norr som varit med oss i denna cirkel. Thank you to everyone else from the north that has been with us in this circle today. Thank you, Skadi, for a quick visit. Aho. Vi tackar väster, vattnet, hösten och skymningen. Thank you to the west, to the water, to the autumn, fall, and to the dusk. Vi tackar alla från väster som varit med oss i denna cirkel. We thank everyone from the west that has been with us in this circle this evening. And we thank the west for intuition, flow, wisdom and guidance. Aho. Which I think I forgot to invite. So, joke's on me, you know. Vi tackar söder, sommaren, hettan och elden. We thank you, south, summer, heat, fire. Vi tackar alla från söder som varit med oss i denna cirkel. We thank everyone from the south that's been with us in this circle this evening. Aho. Vi tackar öster, vinden, våren och gryningen. We thank you east. We thank the wind, the spring and the dawn. Vi tackar alla från öster som varit med oss i denna cirkel. We thank everyone from the east that's been with us in this circle tonight. Aho. Moder Jord, tack för att du har hållit oss i din trygga famn under denna cirkel. The Earth Mother, thank you for holding us in your great embrace during this circle. Thank you for grounding us and keeping us safe. Tack för att du jordar oss och håller oss trygga. Thank you. Aho. Fader himmel, universum och det stora mysteriet. Father Sky, Universe and the Great Mystery. Tack för att du har hållit din vakande hand över oss under den här cirkel. Thank you for holding your protective hand above us for this circle. For this sacred space. Aho. Jag står här i mitten av världen i min egen kraft, min egen magi och min egen medicin som blir starkare för varje dag. I stand here in the middle of the world, in my own power, my own magic and my own medicine that grows stronger by day. Jag står här som Koala mossmåne och tackar alla som varit med mig i denna cirkel. I stand here as Koala mossmåne and thank every one of you that has been watching this and listening to me tonight. And I will see you in the next video. Walk in beauty, and as I always end my videos, Xingling!